Hey, and we're back. Hey, folks, welcome. This is Adolphus AD Moore, and we're back on the corner, on the AD Max Korner, Houston Roundball Review. All right, folks, welcome back. I'm hoping that your Sunday afternoon has been enjoyable. The NFL being what it is, it's the NFL, and it's been crazy out there. You still got some games in progress going on right now, but one of the things I've been saying all along that, hey, just keep waiting. The NFL season will keep you glued to your seats. Quick recap. We already know, and if you've been living in a hole for the last 96 hours since Thursday night after the Houston Texans hosted the Carolina Panthers, if you hadn't heard already, the Texans lost, and the final score was 24-9. Not an overwhelming, and the score is, it's pretty well indicative of what happened. Quickly, here's one thing I want to address real quick as far as Coach David Cutler is concerned. And this is just my perception, my perspective right now. Coach, you already have a contract. You playing with house money. You got guys that want to play for you. You got guys who want to run into the wall for you. You got guys who want to go over the hill for you. Show a little bit more tenacity and just, hey, stretch it out there. If you want to, there's some situations. Quit playing it so close to the vest and go ahead and let those guys prove to you that they want to play for you. They stated they want to play for you. They stated they will play for you. And at this point right now, trust them. Let's trust your instincts right now. I realize you waited a long time to get this job, but you know what? At this point, you know what? Take it and let your guts dictate to you where you need to go and what you need to do. As I stated, these guys want to play for you. These guys want to win for you, but I think you need to trust in them too. And this wasn't Tyrod Taylor that you had to play with the other night. This was Davis Mills, the top pick that the Texans in most recent draft. I understood he only had 16 starts in college, but you know what? That's what the hand that was dealt with you. And you know what? And he's shown that, under the circumstances, he can make this thing happen. And there's one of the questions that I sort of put to you at the end of during in the post game as to trusting him enough to want to come back and say run the no-huddle offense, because it seems like he has a good grasp on that. But let's tell you what, let's take a quick listen to what you had to think. What was your impressions of Davis Mills and after his first start?
All over and all, which was a big thing going into the game. I thought he threw the ball very well. I thought when we went on a 2-minute offense right before half, he did an excellent job of taking us down the field and making some nice throws and nice plays. And I thought he did a nice job for us.
Yeah, I did too. Under the circumstances, and with all taking in consideration of his limited scope, I realized, and let's be candid, everybody. They did not have the same playbook for Davis Mills that they would have had for Tyrod Taylor. And I mean, you talking about 11-year vet as opposed to a rookie coming in there, and and you were basically faced in one of the top-rated defenses up until this point in this young NFL season. But I thought he acquitted himself as well as you can be expected for a rookie coming in and facing a team that has heretofore has not been giving up a whole lot of yards, haven't been giving up a lot of different things. And, the one thing that I noticed that he was able to pick up, when they went to the 5 wides and when they brought the blindside blitz coming off to his side, that the man that he was responsible for, and everybody trying to figure out how could he be responsible for somebody. That's what happened. When they go 5 wides and empty the backfield, that's one man that he has to pick up. In other words, he's got to be able to get rid of the ball soon enough and not be sitting there pumping it and holding it in his hand and not fear and risk of trying to look for somebody down the field. He's got to be able to get the ball out of his hand, and he's learned that lesson already because he's got blasted in his chest the following week from sitting there holding the ball so quick against the Cleveland Browns. So, as I mentioned, let's what happens next? What happens now? What can we look forward to now? I want to see this team, and I want to see this coaching staff, particularly Coach Mills, Coach Cully, rather. I want to see you believe in these guys even more so. I want to see you go ahead and just roll the dice. You playing with house money. Okay, you got a contract. Make it happen. Go ahead out there. There's low. The bar is set. The bar. There is no bar. I mean, there is no expectation for what the Texans, what they're looking for this year. So my attitude is, go out there and in the words of the great, the magnificent Muhammad Ali, shock the world. Go shock some people out there. Go out there and just do the unthinkable. Go out there and go counter to what the coaching book stated that you normally would expect that you know that book that you guys have, the percentages that you guys have to coach by and everything. It's your first year. Go ahead and go against the grain a little bit. And I guarantee you, I personally think that these players will return it, will return that investment that they believe in you. They will return that investment back to you and prove to you that that hunch that you think that I think that you can make. Also, Davis Mills, we know we're gonna have to ride with him for a while. And what was his and we get ready to have a clip on what was his initial impressions as to how his first NFL game and what some things out there that he was able to look at and see and how he was able to digest it and say maneuver the game.
Their defense played well tonight. Obviously, limited us in some of the stuff we wanted to do, but I mean, overall, I'm going out there trying to make plays, and I thought the team around me was doing the same. I thought our O-line protected really well tonight. There was just a couple things, and kind of just the protection where I could have handled a little better pre-snap to protect myself, and then I think some of it just comes with experience. I'll try to continue getting better at each and every week.
And he will, and he's going to have to. It's no ifs, ands, and buts. You're the man. You're the starter now. You're the man. You're the man until Tyrod Taylor comes back. You're the man that the armor, the burden of the Houston Texans offense now is in your hand, is on your shoulders. Now, admittedly, there are 10 other guys out there. When you walk on that field, it's going to have to shoulder their responsibility. The offensive line is going to have to do a hell of a lot better job than what they've gone through the past couple of weeks. You faced a couple of very strong, stout defenses. At one, this past game, that all the running backs together only averaged 2.5 yards a carry. That's not going to work. That's not going to get it done, because if you want to go play action pass, you got to be able to let folks know that when he goes to play action and fakes to the running back, affect the end of the running backs and David Johnson or whatever the case might be, that folks got to believe it. And the only reason they're going to be able to believe it is because of the fact that the Texans offensive line is going to be able to gash some people and going to be able to knock some people off the line of scrimmage. And so heretofore, they have not done it, and they have not been successful doing it. You got an all pro left tackle there. You've moved in Titus Howard into the left side. So guys, not necessarily. Yeah, I'm calling you out. I'm called because it's time for you all to be that strong side. It's time for y'all to say, if the Texans need third and 1, we know you can get third. You can go get, instead of getting 1 yard, you're gonna get 2 yards. And everybody in the stadium, if they know where it's going, and you still gonna say you're still coming behind us, that's what's gonna have to be expected. That's what's gonna have to be unique about this team, is the fact that if they know it's coming and you still gonna say it's coming, but you got to make it happen. And that's what I'm expecting that the Texans are going to have to moving forward. That's what they're going to have to do. Davis Mills is not Tyrod Taylor back there. He's not. He doesn't have a fleet of foot. He's more of a he can get around. He can maneuver. He can evade some pressure. He can do a few things. But I'm not expecting for him to do what I would expect for a Tyrod Taylor to do, with the amount of experience that Tyrod has accumulated in this league, as opposed to what Davis Mills has shown heretofore. Now, coming forward, he's going to have to get ready. He's going to get his head on a swivel, because up in Orchard Park in Buffalo this coming week, he's going to get ready, and we're going to see how he's going to be able to face this hard charging Buffalo Bills line. Hey, I'm gonna let you in on a little something, folks. This show will be originating coming out of Buffalo next week, because yours truly will be heading to Orchard Park, and I will be having some guest on from up in the Buffalo and the Rochester area. Got folks that have entertained Chris Gardner and myself up there on their show. Well, I'm getting ready to introduce and bring some of those very same guys to be now getting a taste of the Gulf Coast area, and hopefully we'll be able to come in there and say talk about a victory. And I'm not. No, I have not. Have been drinking. I don't need to take a sobriety test. Is this team good enough to go in there and win on the road? Can they beat the Buffalo Bills? Yes. Will they beat the Buffalo Bills? That's why they play the game. I don't know. I think that even with Tyrod Taylor, if Tyrod was be the starting quarterback coming into Archie Park in Buffalo this coming Sunday, you would have to still give the edge to the Bills with the pacing they put on today, and then what the type of football that they have been playing. So I feel that this team, again, going back to my premise that I opened up the program with, Coach, trust them. Trust your players. Come up with a game plan and give Mills some things to work with, and be prepared to make the adjustments that are needed at halftime that is going to make us all, and I think give your team an opportunity to win. Defensively, I think the guys going to have to get a little bit, they're going to have to let it flow a lot more so now. Josh Allen has proven as one of the young guns in the league. He can be he's going to be a formidable person to deal with. Stephon Diggs is, he's been out, but I'm not sure what his status is going to be coming in the next week. But all of those, taking everything into consideration, the Texans going into Archie Park, going up to being hosted by the Buffalo Bills, can they get on the road and come back home with a W? Yes, they can. Do I think it's going to happen? Un poquito, maybe a little so, but up until this point, I don't think the Texans have embarrassed themselves at all. I think they played hard, and I think the thing what needs to happen right now, the offensive side of the ball needs to step up and start shouldering their responsibility, because the last couple of weeks that what the defenses have basically been worn down, because the 3 and outs that the offense have been leaving the defense on the field for a lot more snaps. And if this is the case, it could be a long afternoon in Buffalo if the offensive line in particular can't sit there and be a formidable foe. If they can't make the plays on the other side of the line of scrimmage and make folks back up, it could be a long afternoon. But that's to be seen. So I tell you what, as I mentioned earlier, I'm looking forward to bringing the show live coming out of Buffalo, New York next week, and with plenty of guests and highlights and everything from the game. So Chris, just pop on in and let's see what's going on. So the Rockets open up training camp next week.
Media day is tomorrow. Training camp is Tuesday through Saturday in Galveston. They return to H-Town Monday, the 4th of October, before the first preseason game on the 5th.
What's your perspective so far? Or are you just not ready to?
I'm ready for media day tomorrow, because that'll be the first time I've been part of an in-person press conference in more than a year. Might be the last one I go to for a while, but I'm going to go to that one at one of Tillman's hotels to check it out, and because I haven't seen some of the folks, in person for going on 2 years, really. So they won't win a lot of games this year, but they'll be fun to watch.
John Walls won't show up in training camp, will he?
He won't. He'll be in camp. He won't play any games.
You don't think they had the trade won't be worked out for him before they even get to camp, or you think this
the who?
The trade, John Walls. I mean
the what?
The trade. You know what that means.
Yeah, I know what it means, but you act like a team in the league right now is dying to trade for a man making $91 million. That ain't gonna happen anytime soon, unless some team blinks, unless some team loses all their point guards and they're desperate. That's not happening anytime soon, AD.
Oh, You mean it's not somebody out there want to take $90 million off the Rockets' hand?
Not right now.
And not anytime soon. Not after January. If then.
Maybe.
Well, okay. Well, hey. Anyway, like I say, folks, I will be coming to y'all from Buffalo, New York next week. I'm looking forward to it. I got a lineup of some guys that's ready to come and ready to show themselves to the Gulf Coast. They've been here before, and they're ready to jump in there and have themselves a good time. And Chris, I'm pretty sure that they'll be looking forward to seeing you and getting you in the mix in here. So, but in the meantime, folks, hey, thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for showing up on the corner. And remember, I am looking forward to this. I'm not quite as excited about this as say coming from a Super Bowl, but this will be the first time I've been back on the road in a while too. So Chris, like you, in the opportunity to get on the road and see a full stadium, because hadn't been a full stadium over at NRG, even regardless of what they're reporting. It's been a lot of numbers reported that looks like empty seats to me. But who am I? I mean, now maybe we need to get that audit that Greg Abbott wants to do and count those 4 counties again. But maybe they need to come out and audit the state and make sure that they count the people right. But if they can't count these folks, if they come back with the same information, then I wouldn't trust an audit that Greg Abbott or anybody else does as far as the state of Texas is concerned. But that's my political spin for the time being. Anyway, folks, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for showing up today. But as always, next week from Orchard Park, and well, I won't be in Orchard Park. I'll be somewhere. But anyway, ciao. This is it. This is Adolphus AD Moore signing off. See you next week from Buffalo, New York. I'm out. Ciao. Deuces.